Yo, everybody. Hi. I say everybody, but they're not even here yet because it's alive. But hello everyone. Hey, let's fix this up a little bit. Whoop. Do like that. Bada boom. A little bit over more so people can actually see me. Hello. Get the mic out of the way. Who's in here? Holla at your boy. What's up? Hey guys. Had some awesome looking fakes come in the other day, guys. So I just wanted to kind of like show them off and kind of take a look at them, see what they look like, how they compare to other real stuff. Let's make my little screen smaller here. Bada boom. There, that's better. We'll take some look at these fakes and see how they're really kind of making these things look pretty legit, guys. It's pretty interesting. I got a big old handful of them. The guy came in with a big collection, and he was like, "Hey, I think some of these are fake, but we'll just weed them out as we go." He actually had some decent, good cards, some awesome cards actually. But yeah, had a huge handful of fake ones in here. So again, we're gonna go through them and take a look at them and just see what we can look for and how things have maybe updated and changed compared to other fakes that have been out in the market here recently. I'm trying to get this microphone so it's not in my shot. There we go. And yeah, we'll just play a little game after that. I got a little couple stacks of the reals and the fakes all together here, stuff out of my case, and we'll see if you guys can tell the difference at home. But yeah, we'll take a look and see. So, a couple things to look at here. Some of these are different generation stuff than other ones. For example, these things from this appear to be from like older sets, like this Heat Train, for example, and they're all in sleeves. So I'm going to take them out of the sleeves for you. So yeah, this is a fake guy, obviously. And again, it's odd because from a certain era, fakes look more real than others. Like here recently, obviously we have full arts with things like texturing and more intricate colors and things like that. Back in 5 years ago or so, maybe even going back 10 years ago, Plasma Freeze was what? Shoot, I'm not gonna trust the date that's on here. It says 2013 on here. Who knows if that's actually true? But yeah, a lot of these are kind of olders. And then I have some newer stuff from like the late GXs and stuff like that. So we'll take a look at them all and kind of see how they differ. So we'll go over real quick, easy ways to spot fakes. Sometimes it can be hard. It's not always super easy, especially if these are like in a sleeve and in a binder. Crazy Fragger, yeah. Yes, fakes are pretty notorious for their super shine that they have on them. And yeah, Lucked Out Luke actually said it. Yeah, turn them around. That's kind of the obvious way. I'm gonna try to not spoil the game. I don't want to spoil the game, but compared to like a real card, this one's actually not bad on the back, which is kind of concerning. We used to be able to look at. I would always look at the spot right underneath the O here. I kind of look for that, kind of like it looks like a dice pattern, like a 5 dice pattern. And then, but this is actually so good that it actually has a dice pattern on it. But this card is definitely fake. When you look through, like with the Pokeball and through the white here, it's very pixelized. See how the gloss on this Pokeball is very bright and obvious, where it's kind of like more muted and like faded together. Yeah, that kind of stuff is stuff that you try to look for. Yeah, Lucked Out Luke. Yeah, this actually looks like a pretty legitimate fake back card. It used to be I would just flip all the cards around and look at the backs and just automatically I'd be able to pick them out real easily. I might struggle with this if I was just going off the picture and off the look of it. I'm gonna take this out of the sleeve so you can actually compare it realistically. Look at it like that. And you can see with the gloss and the shine, it actually is also fairly consistent with how this card is. But just the texture and the feel of this feels very different. So, yeah. And then another way, again, these are not the same generational cards, but looking at things like the text, again, that's not a great example because I use white text on the dragons. Let me try to find a better, like, real card to compare this to. Just the font shapes and the difference of that kind of stuff is really obvious on a fake one. Kind of look at it here. Super, super shiny. Super glossy. Yeah. So yeah, that of these eras, they can look very, very convincing. Check out this other. Let's look at this Aerodactyl. And compare Mega versus Mega here. On this one here, the name, you can kind of see where they kind of scrunched the text together. The M's not as shapely, and the spacing isn't consistent with that. It's almost running right up to the letter. And again, with like the EX has a shine to it, like it should, with the foiling, like you can kind of see there. Whereas this one is just printed on there. It's not even like it doesn't have any gloss or shine to it at all, which is kind of weird. And yeah, these are just more common of looking. I used to say a good way to tell fakes from one to the other is to Pokemon's very specific about what gets hollow effects and what doesn't. The Pokemon itself is never shiny, and this Aerodactyl actually does follow that rule. But things like eyes and claw slashes, like this slash here, all that stuff should be super have a gloss effect to them, and even the eye should shine. Again, Pokemon's very specific about what has a hollow effect and what doesn't. Pokemon never shine unless they're shiny Pokemon. So, yeah, that's always a good rule to follow. And again, right off the bat, if you look at the card like this, and the eye doesn't have any hollow effect on it, you can know that it's fake. They are very consistent with that. So, that guy, again, pretty convincing. But yeah, even like this one, a Reshiram and Charizard, a more modern card, right? But, and look, they got the glint right on the eyes. Those have hollow effects in them, which is kind of concerning, kind of scary. But, yeah. Obviously, with this card must be reconstructed somehow, and the font placed over this. This isn't like a scan of this card, because the texturing is nice and crisp, but the font and the shape and what they're using is completely wrong. Doesn't look good at all. The spacing is wrong. The way that these energy costs look is just not consistent with how a real card looks. So yeah, things like that is stuff that you kind of look for. But again, if this was in a sleeve and a binder, and you were just flipping through real quick, if it was in a sleeve and a binder, you know, at chest height or chest depth away, yeah, it could pass. You know, if you're flipping real quick. Let's look at the back on this guy. Again, they're getting better on the backs, guys. It used to be super obvious, but it's not so obvious anymore. Again, this is a super modern card. Remember I was talking about the Phantom Forces kind of Flash Fire era? These cards do have a more shine to them. But yeah, modern cards don't have this same similar shine. They have a more matte textured back to them. You can kind of see the grain of the card in the back. Whereas these used to be both front and back super, super shiny. So yeah, these were made like this era of cards, but this is a very modern card. It should have all the normal tendencies like that. So yeah, super interesting to see that, you know, a new card, but has the same old effects to them, like Flash Fire, Phantom Forces kind of era of stuff. And again, we'll go through some other stuff and take a look. Speaking of Phantom Forces and Flashfire, let's make a Charizard EX. Definite fake eye. Again, compare real from fake. All the Pokeballs on the back, things like that. And just the colors. This one on the left is way more washed out. But yeah, it came stuff is always so close to how the fakes that are being produced now look. So yeah, super interesting. Again, this is a real card. We'll keep moving. Again, some are better than others. This Mew EX, for example. This is an awesome looking card in the real one, but this one here, so shiny, you can see the light in it, and just, there's no depth. The borders are miscut on this guy, pretty bad, which for modern cards are not completely unusual these days, but yeah, there's no, it just looks very bland and washed out, and everything should be way more predominant and flashy than this. The red should stick out more. All the colors shouldn't mix the way that they do. The border should be very obvious. Yeah, you can see how miscut that fake one is. It's kind of goofy. So yeah, like I said, some of them are better than others. This Landorus is fake. Again, those types of thick lines around this Pokemon would have a hollow effect to them, but the Pokemon itself seems to have the same kind of like hollowy effect to them, way more than what it should. So, yeah. Again, after you get moving through a collection of cards, if they're all loose and not sleeved, you can just feel on these guys how super different that it feels. This is very like, it almost feels like a kind of like a really like fine sandpaper almost. It's very tactile. It's very in your hand it feels like paper, as opposed to a more like a smooth feel. So yeah, that one's interesting and cool. This Acheron, again, this Arrow stuff is super shiny, more than usual. This is before they had a lot of heavy texturing on stuff like this, so this is kind of how they looked. But yeah, again, the texturing and I'm sorry, not the texturing, the text itself is really off. Pokemon will never let it be this hard to read on the card. Of course, I say that, and then they made Rainbow Rares a thing. But yeah, and some of these cards, I like the art better than what's on the actual real card. Look at this! Look at this Mewtwo EX. This looks awesome. You can see way more of the background without like the layering effects that the real version of this card has. So it's kind of just, it sticks out and kind of hits pretty good for a fake card. So that was kind of cool. And again, see how the eye has a hollow effect to it? That is accurate to how the card should look. Again, backs are, it's so good. Like on camera, it's scary how good this is. Whew. This Gengar EX. This one, less stunning than the real version. I love the real version of this card because it just looks so awesome. This one is super shiny, super washed out, super blah. The real one is so vibrant, it looks really cool. Oh, this is the other one. This is like my favorite fake card. This is Mega Alakazam. Look how badass he looks. Look at him. Look at that dude. Yeah, I love it. Super good. But yeah, as you guys can see though, like I said, in a sleeve, in a binder, you're flipping through these, it'd be very easy to slip these along. Again, Furious Fists, Flash Fire, that kind of era, late XY era, you guys have to be very careful This is a fake card, but it looks really good. Again, the back texture, the feel of it is a dead giveaway, but this is how they looked. If you didn't have the knowledge and the reference after seeing like millions of cards like I have about the fonts and the text and how it should look, this would be a hard one. It'd be a hard one to tell. Everything, it checks all the boxes of being legitimate. I wish I had. I just went through my case, so I don't have like the lower rarity stuff to compare it to. When I get to the game part of this, I'll make sure that I point it out a little bit better so you guys can see. These are in here, but these are not fake, which is an interesting thing. These are legit cards. Again, you know, if you're going through them real fast and you just, yeah, that one's fake, 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 you can just pass by stuff that is legit. So those are real. Whoopsies. Oh, let's use that though. We can use that to compare to this Dustwing Necrozma, which is a fakey. We'll use Ultra Beast versus Ultra Beast. See if you guys can tell on these guys. It's oh man, on camera it is not easy. Man, that is wild. You can kind of see through here these colors. The text layer or the graphic layers here are way more predominant than this card is. The font right here is almost like see-through. It's so like faint. Again, feeling the back of this card, feeling one versus the other. It is a dead giveaway that way, but again, they look so good. It is very scary. Real goes in the real pile. Fake. Again, the hollow effects on this is completely accurate. We'll go through some other stuff. Some other guys. Some of the cheaper ones. Like this guy in a binder. See how blurred and like far away the text is? You just can't read that from even like this distance. Just too washed out. It's not high enough printing quality. Obviously this should have better hollow effects and things, more vibrant in a real card. See if there's another good one. We could go through these one by one, but again, one versus the other. You can see how just washed out and lame that looks compared. Again, it's a Dragon Pokemon, so the text is a bad example, but these are all pretty bad. Like this you can see, this is like the older era of stuff because that whole thing's shiny. Same thing with this Black Hero. Everything's shiny on him. Wouldn't be the case if it was a real card. Again, Kangaskhan, all shiny. Spalkia looks actually pretty good. Again, it's the GX, so it's going to be a later version of these fakes. But his eye isn't shiny. And the white, like the stroke around this white on this text is super, super. It's too much. It's too. Again, the print quality is so bad that it doesn't look exact enough. So yeah, like I said, this is probably a good amount of fakes. Again, it's new stuff and old stuff. You can see how terrible that text looks. Charizard EX from Flashfire has so many fakes. Yeah, it actually, that card is always one for contention. That Charizard EX, that is from the promo box. It looks fake. It's passed through my hand. That's a real card. That was just a low value one that we put in here. But look at the shine on this fake Vaporeon. But again, look at the edges. The text is bad. The spacing is bad. But the holo looks pretty good. So yeah, kind of crazy to see these come in and how things have just changed. It used to be super, super obvious. Again, Xerneas' eye in the GX should be shiny. It's not in this. This Shaman's pretty bad. It's just completely shiny. The Pokemon is shiny. It's ridiculous. Again, on this one here, the eye is shiny. But again, the text is all wrong. It's all wrong. This one's pretty bad. This is pretty obvious. Now this, again, there is a promo Hoopa that exists. The same with that Charizard EX. It looks just like this card. That Hoopa, that promo Hoopa, looks just like this. The holo is accurate. Everything about this card is accurate. The only thing that is not is the font. And even if you compare it, I wish I had the other one. I don't have it. I would have to dig through the boxes to try to find it, even if we had one. But this card looks so legit. And it's not. It's crazy. They're getting really good. They're getting really, really good, guys. So always be careful. Even like if you meet up with somebody and want to trade, make sure that they are slipping you a good card. Because maybe you had like that Lugia, this Lugia, they take it out of the binder. Maybe they have one behind it or something, and they give it to you. And you trade and say, okay, later, man, thanks. They could slip you one of these guys, and it would probably pass for a little while. You wouldn't notice. So yeah, be careful. That's a real one. Again, it's just low value. Stiancy looks legit. No, yeah, the back's washed out. Again, how many thousands of cards? How many tens of thousands of cards I've seen? And I had to take a second look at this Deontay. No, yeah, GP. I mean, I'm not trying to, like, you know, scare people off or say, you know, I just give it a good look. Always double check. Bring a loop. These guys here, you can get this off Amazon for, like, less than $10. Has a nice little light on it. The most obvious magnification, we can go over that real quick. How to look for fakes. If you're not really sure, like on this Charizard, for example, the best place to look, and it's not going to come through on camera, so I can't really show you, but anywhere that is purely white on the back of a card, and these printers, because they do layer printing on these, you know, they print the colors, and then they print a black over the top of it. So black should always be predominant and stand out on top of all this stuff. So look at things like the type symbol in the corner. Let me see if I can actually maybe magnify it a little bit to make it... No, it's too dark. Well, kind of. So the black of that fire symbol is going to be on a different layer than the rest of the card. So that is what you're going to be looking for. For that black, should not be any sort of pixelation with that. The rest of the symbol. It should stand out by itself. You can look at the same thing like with the text on these, the energy cost boxes. And I can tell you right now, on all these guys, I can tell you that just the dot matrix and the rosette pattern of this card is wrong. But again, it's not going to be able. I'm not going to be able to show you because it's just I don't have the proper equipment to show you. But like of that energy cost, that black should not blend with that other card. It should be very obvious and on a different print layer. So yeah, always look for that kind of stuff. Again, it's $10. If you want to be super, super sure, this is going to be the best way to look for stuff. To look at the print pattern and just the layering on the card. Another best way, on the back of the card, the TM at the end of the Pokemon symbol is white. It's pure white. It should be devoid of any sort of ink. So when you look at that TM underneath magnification, it should have very, very straight lines and shouldn't bleed into the color at all. It should be very, very obvious and crisp. If it's not, that means that it's from a printed. Let me see if I can try to get it a little bit. It's not, I mean, in person you'll be able to tell, I promise. But again, super, super blurry around this TM is a bad sign. Again, that'd be an area that doesn't have any sort of printing at all, so it shouldn't have any sort of rosette patterns or print lines. So yeah, again, another card that sometimes can look fake, the real version. Again, this flash fire era of stuff. Okay, let's see if I got anything else cool in these stacks before we move on to the game that we're going to play. We're going to take a look at them. And I have stuff that I pulled out of my case and the fake cards that I had from this buy that we did. Oh, I got to show you guys my favorite. My favorite fake that I have. Of course, it's of my favorite Pokemon, Banette. It's one of my favorites. Yeah. The Charizard has weakness of lightning instead of water. Now this guy. Is it not supposed to be lightning? Interesting. I guess it should be water, right? They will make mistakes like that too, because some of these on these cards, they'll put like, because they know it looks pixelated and looks gross and washed out, that they'll, in a program, like in a Photoshop program, they'll put these symbols over the top so that it's a graphic file and not like a photocopy of this. So they go around that route of going over the top of this sometimes and correcting this to make it stand out. But yes, sometimes they'll be, because they do that, sometimes they'll have spelling errors, typos, just phrasing and wording that's not proper. So look for all that kind of stuff too. Candyman, hi. We're just going with some fake cards that I had come in through the shop, and I was blown away with how authentic they looked that I wanted to make a video and talk about them. I was going to do it in a live instead of just doing a video because it's more fun. So I'm going to bust these out. I'm going to take all my fake cards and real cards out of these sleeves, so that way we don't have any dead giveaways. And then we'll take a look and see if you guys can tell the difference. This is going to take a second though, so stand by. It's lightning because he's flying. No, he should be water. Yeah. Yeah. Again, sometimes they'll like grab the wrong graphic and stuff like that. You'll see in some of these comparisons, like the attack costs are just different. So, yeah, stuff like that. But yeah, appreciate you guys watching. Like, I got 72 people looking at fake cards with me, so that's pretty awesome. Thank you guys for stopping in, especially for noon Eastern. Super, super appreciative of you guys hopping in. Just to hang out. It means a lot. Hopefully the employee that bought them in is watching. Yeah. I mean, again, if you're moving real fast, you can gloss over these and not be so thorough. But when you stop and you look at, to price something out, you'll look at them and be like, this doesn't look, that looks weird. That looks funky. So, and yeah, we do a pretty good job of going over stuff. Again, we have loops out there for people to look at cards. Again, it's less of an issue with Pokemon typically, whereas Magic has a pretty heavy counterfeit scene where people are buying and selling counterfeit stuff. Being in Kentucky, we are right close to Fort Knox, so a lot of the military guys will like buy fake cards, and then, you know, when they get stationed in Fort Knox or if they're there for training or whatever, they will go to a shop and like trade those fake cards in and pass them off as being real. So this area does have a pretty high rate of fake cards, higher than what you would think. Okay, so yeah, I got all those desleeved. Let's clean up the space here. Let me see what I got. Yeah, Pokegang, yeah, I was talking about that earlier about the texture of cards and whether or not they, again, if you're passing them just a bunch of cards in your hand, you should be able to tell the texturing is weird or off. Just depends on how experienced you are in doing that. Okay. Let's play the game. So we'll do like left or right. I guess we'll do one or two. How about that? One or two. Let me write a thing so everybody knows which one is which. So I don't know if it's mirrored or not. I'm dumb. I don't know how to check to make sure. I'm not checking like the live back, so we'll do it like that. Bada boom. Bada boom. Watsy fetish with fake cards that have like 1,000 damage. Yes, they used to be super obvious like that. Yes, it was really cool, and they'd have like, again, like the Blastoise Caterpie and stuff. So we'll do, this is a 1, and we'll do 2. So I'll move it over here so it's kind of in frame better. So again, when I put the cards up, you guys let me know in the chat, 1 or 2, which you think is the real card and which is the fake. And again, some of these are going to be easier than others, but this is just for fun, so you let me know. Alright, first one. Kind of a banger, first off, but we'll see. Can you guys tell at chest height which one is real? Left or right? Number 1 or number 2? Which is the real one? Well, I get rid of this bot that is spamming porn in my chat. Again, from table height, it's not easy. Even with something that... This one's kind of easy, to be real. But yeah. Don't I have mods up? Mods aren't online at noon. Where are my mods at? For real, though. Okay. Yeah, again, it's sometimes not as obvious. Here, Basic, you want to be a mod? There you go. Okay. Number 1 is the fake. This is the real card. That one, again, super washed out. The coloring is way off. You can kind of tell. We'll bring it a little bit closer. Like, if you layer one over the top of the other, super obvious, right? I like how this one's the secret rare with the gold accents. Because, you know, if you're going to make a fake card, why would you make a fake of the lower rarity one, right? So yeah, number 1 was the fake. Alright, number 2. I guess we'll do Pick out which one is the fake one. We'll make it obvious again. Say, which is the fake? Number 1 or number 2? Yeah, I guess it would make it easier if I was like zoomed in really nice and tight, wouldn't it? Let's do this. This will be better. Do it like that. 1 and 2, we'll do it like that. Well, this one's kind of makes it. This one makes it too easy though. Especially when there's one with texturing. I don't know if I like it being this close. Kind of gives it away a little bit. I'll back it up just a little bit. Yeah. One is fake. Correct. Again, it's always nice to have them for reference off to the side. If you just look at... Alright, let's try this one. This one, not as obvious, but there is something obvious once you get shown it. Yeah, I have not seen a fake that is has the texturing accurate. Which one is the fake one? Is it though? Yeah, this one is really miscut. You can always almost see the next card, which is kind of cool. But yeah, this one is a fake one. Also, this card is just a regular Pikachu. It's not a Pikachu EX. They went and added this, I guess, to add it and make it more prestigious, right? Jeez. Yeah. That was kind of tricky. That was kind of tricky because you're like, what? But yeah. Here, we'll do it like that. Little, make it a little more difficult. Make it a little harder. All right. Moving on. How about that? This one, again, some are easier than others. Which one is the fake one? Yeah, again, texturing one's kind of obvious. Yeah, number two. Again, what are they doing over there at the China factories where it's miscut? Is that a Charizard wing? Is that what that is? I don't know what that is. But yeah. Not a bad looking fake. Looks pretty good. But yeah, that's fake. Alright. Moving on. How about this one? The glare. The glare, though... Here, do that a little better. Number 1. Number 2. Which is the fake one? Wish Pokemon? Yeah. Yeah, bonus points if you knock the quality of this video down to like 480. But yeah. But yeah, again, texturing makes it easy. I do kind of like the colors on this a little better though. Like this guy, it's got way more of a like a rainbow effect to this, so it makes the water kind of stand out a little better, personally. Yeah. All right. Okay, here we go. These X and Y error ones, these are gonna kind of get a little more difficult. We'll see. Which one is it? Which is the fake one? Man, so many porn bots. Jeez. That's good though. That means that my video's getting out there, getting popular. So that's good. It's funny. But yeah, this is the fake one. Again, they're not trying very hard with the cuts. They must be making the real Pokemon cards in the same factories now, because the cuts on these are pretty off. Alright, moving on. Again, I love this card. This is an awesome card. Watsy asked if it's harder to tell if a card is fake from a non-holo. Yeah, they don't tend to put as much effort into the non-holos either, so yeah, they're kind of more obvious. Yeah. It's number 2. I do like that etched pattern on this card, though. This is a beautiful card, man. I'll get my hands out of the way so you can actually see better. Lucario. One has a lot going on and one doesn't. Yeah, this one's, again, pretty obvious. This one looks like Lucario's like jumping out of a burning car or something. Which is kind of a cool effect anyways, but yeah. Again, these guys just have the texturing and the extra little accents to it, the layers to it. Again, beautiful card. Oh boy. Alright, this one might get a couple people. We'll see. It kind of ramps up here on out a little bit. We'll see. price says this is why I have to spend like 3 days researching a card before I start to look on eBay. Yeah. Again, these EX era ones they can be hard. Yeah, again, with the reference, it kind of is a little easy. Oh, if I saw this, the hollow effect is really overpowering. But like if you just look at like the text box, that's pretty convincing. That's pretty good. They did pretty good on that. But yeah, it's kind of funny. That was a what number one or number two being fake? Yeah. Look, I said it was a game. I didn't say it was a hard game. Okay. Come on. Again, cards that are very, very often faked. Very, very common to see these in a binder and have them be fake. What are you guys looking? Gump Brave. Hey, Mason. Hey. I'd be curious to see how you use the loop on a standard examination, or would you use it for a standard examination for a card over, say, $100 to $200? I'm assuming. We kind of have a policy for Pokemon. Unless there's any doubt, we don't have to really bust out the loop. For Magic, we loop anything that's over a certain amount. But yeah, again, loops are really useful for Magic. Pokemon has gotten to the point where it's kind of not so needed, especially when cards have texturing and stuff like that. But loops are really necessary now too for Yu-Gi-Oh! There are Yu-Gi-Oh! Fakes out there that look dead up identical. Like, they must be printing on the same types of machines because they look super good. But yeah, loops are good for Yu-Gi-Oh! Expensive stuff too. Yeah, again, this is the fake one, number one. So many fakes of this card. And it's again just the washed out colors, especially with the black coloring to it. It's a lot more obvious. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I should just put one up and just be like, is this a real card? This is kind of like a test of like your memory of like whether or not full arts this far back had a hollow effect or not. Let's just do this. Is this a real card? Because this is like the meme. The meme fake is this version of this card that has a Caterpie. It says Caterpie EX on the top. So is this the legit one or is it not? Are you sure? Looks pretty good. Again, from table height, it's not bad. Move it. Oh, I can't move it. Moving its face. He's got the eye glimmer. He's got the eye glimmer on him. What do you think now? A real fake card. Okay. Cool. Compare. Yeah. That was a fake one. same era of card from X and Y base. How about this guy? This one's more obvious. Again, the poor Biscuits that are already bleeding. Look at that. His foot is right there. That means that that card is just meant to be that super close. But yeah, that was fake. These are easy ones. Easier ones. But yeah, texturing on these guys. X and Y, they started doing pretty good texturing on stuff. So that's it. That's the game. That's all I got. You guys did pretty good. That was awesome. Oh, I meant to show you guys too. Remember I was telling you that they make these cards from like layers, put them on top of each other. Look at the attack costs. They messed it up. It's funny. But kind of when you have it this close, it looks pretty good. Just like that section, they've gotten really good. Kind of scary. But yeah, again, I thought it was cool when these came in, just to kind of show you guys just how crazy and how good that they're coming with fakes now. It's kind of disturbing. It wouldn't be a video without the phone ringing, so that's nice. Again, like that. It looks really good, other than Rebirth being hollow, which shouldn't be. But yeah, again, the backs on these guys are the old trick doesn't work anymore, where you can just go flip it around. They've gotten smart about it.
What's the name?
But yeah, anything else you guys want to talk about? Or I'm gonna hop off here. Again, appreciate you guys. 73 of you played a silly little game where you spotted fake children game cards. See, I like this one too. Zygarde. The art on that pops hard. Looks so good. Do a burning video on the grill. I'm gonna start a Patreon. I'm gonna have a promo. It'll be a professor's research, but it'll be me in my lab coat. And then you guys can buy them. How about that? We'll do that. And then I want to burn the rest of them. These scare me. That card looks really good. If it wasn't for the border and like, again, in person, you can kind of see where these are not. There's a hollow effect on that through that text that shouldn't be. That looks pretty legit. Like it's scary. Again, the backs are pretty close. So yeah, just be careful, guys. Make sure if you're going and buying stuff. His burning video was whack. I agree. It was very lame. We're talking about Rudy, if people don't know. But alright, guys. I appreciate you guys watching, hanging out. I'm still editing away on my series that I'm doing. So yeah. But I do appreciate you guys. Pop off here, do some actual work instead of looking at fake things. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Have a good night, good day. It's only noon, so I guess good day.